So my name is Giulia Forsythe, and I work for the Center for Pedagogical Innovation, and I do a lot of instructional design and faculty consultations around pedagogy, instructional strategies, specifically in online learning. When I was a student, I was a closet doodler, so I would take notes in class, and I tried to be very linear and tidy, and I was pretty good and pretty successful, but I sometimes would get off topic and start drawing things that were maybe not directly related, but I felt it helped me keep focus. And it wasn't until maybe about 3 years ago that I found out there's an actual practice of people who take visual notes and do graphic facilitation as a way of communicating things in different forms and modalities. And so when I found out that was a real thing, then I came out of the closet and I started doing it at conferences. So the center got an iPad for me to try it out at a conference, and just it was a really interesting way of careful listening to what people are saying and translating it into ways of into pictures and words combination. So now I use it for my planning. I use it for, I help faculty do their curriculum planning using the visual notes and doodling, and also as a teaching method and a learning method. So I try and span my entire work day doing different aspects of it. Note-taking in general is a way of externalizing your thoughts. So when you're sitting in lecture, it's actually one of the best ways of, it's not just a matter of getting the content down, because now with technology people can just send out their PowerPoints, and that information can be spread very quickly, and it's all over the place. The key thing is making it make sense for you. So for me, as a learner, I like to distill what I'm being heard into really discrete chunks and what's most important to me, and translating into different things. As a teacher, I like to use it to convey the messages in very simple form. Imagery is really to our core of how we perceive the world. So using pictures as metaphors really helps bring a point home much faster than you could possibly do with blocks of text. I was invited by the Universidad de Sagrado, which is primarily a science and engineering school in Puerto Rico, and they had a series of TED Talks. So they had 8 TED Talks, and a TED Talk has a standard format, no more than 18 minutes, and they asked me to do live drawings of the TED Talks throughout the day, and then they wanted me to do a summary of, so my own TED Talk, summarizing the 8 for the day. So I got to project those and just talk about how it connects to the theme of the day, and also how it was beneficial and how you can learn from this process. And I tried to remix a lot of the other TED Talks that I've seen that have been really influential. So I took some of the most influential ones for me, and I incorporated them into my own TED Talk and talked about how they actually informed my own drawing. So there's Sunny Brown and Joshua Foer and Temple Grandin specifically talking about how the world needs different kinds of minds. And that's one of the big messages that I've been trying to bring back here, especially being in the Center for Pedagogical Innovation, is talking to faculty about how you can address all the different kinds of minds, because I mean it's a brand thing that we talk about the two sides of mind, but in truth our faculty are really good at addressing the diverse learning needs of all of our students in such a way that it really taps into all of our talents. And so recognizing and celebrating that in the different ways of doing assessments is very helpful. So I've been trying to show that you can show your knowledge in different ways. It doesn't necessarily have to just be an essay. There's lots of different ways of showing what you know and demonstrating that.